Okay, I'm back. What's up, Ben? What's up, Moonlight? How are you guys doing today? If you guys are trying to join in my other streams, I'm having some OBS issues. So I literally created like 5 different broadcasts. I don't know why it's not working. So I had to like figure out some other stuff. Another way to stream basically. So you dropped me a DM earlier, new to trading, just hoping to learn. Nice. Yeah, if you have any questions, you know, I'll try to answer them the best way that I can. Let me see if I can put this chat somewhere else. This chat is coming from like a browser rather than my OBS video. I can just put it here. Just open your first Top Step account today. Top Step is a good firm to start with. I say start with, but you can make it far with just Top Step by itself. So pretty bullish today. I'm basically already done trading. I already made 16k today overnight and on the last overnight stream. So I'm not really interested in, I don't really have any other accounts that I can trade with. So today would just be kind of an idea day. All of these trades were longs overnight. I basically bought every single dip, and then I held on and closed around 500, right around here. I had 3 accounts. My 3 Top Step accounts I literally held until I had such a strong feeling that I was either gonna blow up this first one, 1, 2, 3. I was either gonna blow them up or wake up to a lot of profit. I literally held them all overnight, even when I was sleeping. The cost average for these 3 was like 6 micros across 3 accounts. Cost average around 333. So at one point I was facing 150 points of drawdown, but I literally just went to sleep with it. Closed out for about almost 2k per account. I held on with those accounts I didn't really care about because they're the furthest away from the payout. Oh shit, my chat window disappeared. I'm done with trading for today. I could still trade, like, let's see what I can still trade with. I mean, I can still trade with this account. This one. This one. But I mean, at this point, let me see if there's even anything. Let me open up my charts. Let me log into my Thinkorswim and see if there's anything, any areas of interest that I'm looking for. I'm really surprised that we're up here. Let's see. My expected close for today. Oh, it looks like we're at a long-term resistance or long-term key level, which is, you can see where it's butting its head at. Where's my chart? So this blue line is a long-term level, and so is this red line. I'm really surprised that we broke through. How far are we from open? The odds of us closing above this yellow line is 10%. Now, if I want to keep that thesis, it means that any entry short up here is decent. The reason why I'm saying that is because we dropped over 300 points overnight. The amount of days that dropped 300 points in the last 4 years is about 188. And only 18 of those days by 5 p.m. closed above this yellow line. So 18 out of 188 is roughly 10%. The average expected close in the last 4 years is right about here. Now this is all by 5 p.m. So there's still like 6 hours left of the day. So this is the average expected close. Now, once we break above this blue line or this green line, it'll be a very, very strange day. The odds of closing in between this green line and this red line is 86%. 86% of days in the last 4 years close between these two lines. 94%, I think it's 94. Let me check my Excel sheet. Yeah, 94%. 94% of days close in between this green line and this red line. So what that means is that as we get further along throughout the day, taking shorts up here and taking longs down here, it's this line. This is 94%. No, wait, no. I guess I didn't draw that line. This is like 86. This is 94. So as the day goes on, oh shit. No, hey. Don't do that. Yeah. Sorry, I have a cat that likes to jump on the table. So that means as the day progresses and we get higher, if we're out of these ranges, it's usually a pretty good bet that we end up somewhere here. So this is the range I usually play every single day. If we break above these range, it's a very, very rare day. And I don't mind losing on a very rare day. All I care about is winning the majority of days. So completely new, was just hoping to gain some insight. Dude, it's not even my cat. I'm just cat sitting. So gaining some insight on where I put my trades and my thought process behind it. I trade key levels that I have, so I have longer time frame lines like here, here, here. I also trade some levels from Rocket Scooter. It's a platform where they give you some levels and lines based off of options pricing. And I also trade my own ranges. So I always buy at this red line. So overnight I bought here and I bought here. I always short at this green line and this line, and I always buy at this line. But strategy is a lot less important than you think, especially when it comes to prop firm trading. It's not the hardest thing in the world to mess with a strategy and get it get the expectancy to be positive. So if I wanted to short, this was an okay opportunity here, around the 700 level. Another opportunity is the previous day highs, but I'm not very bearish. So in my overnight stream, I literally said that I was not going to short at all. I don't think I took a single short. Actually, I did take a short at 624. But the entire time I was saying that I was bullish, so I wanted to buy at all these levels, and I did. Like I think 90% of these gains was from longs overnight. Another decent short attempt is when ES hits 7,000. What levels do you usually buy? I like playing around key levels. So one easy key level is the hundreds level and thousands level. These are strong psychological levels. So if I pull up ES, I bought right here at 6,900 just because it was a 100 level, and I said in the stream or in the Discord overnight that if we lose it, it'll be very bad. And we lost it and we fell like 30 points. And 30 points overnight is pretty bad. So I'll show you 7,000. And you can decide if it's important or not. It's all up to you. So we had this huge crash overnight, right? And you can see where it ended. Almost exactly 6,900 right here. Right? And then we popped up. We popped up, and guess where we ended? We ended right around 7,000. So these levels, the hundreds levels and the thousands levels, are usually really strong levels. Usually round numbers are strong levels. And you'll see it as you trade, you'll see it happen more and more. Right, 7,000. Usually the first time when it sees that new level, I think the first time, when did it first break 7,000? You just draw, let me just do a price level at 7,000. This is for the past, like, I don't know, like 3 months or something. I'll do it in like the 3 points of 7,000. I mean, this is a pretty decent level, right? It takes a lot of volume to break through. And the first time it tapped it, it didn't have enough volume, and look at what happened. This is the first time that ES ever hit 7,000. And you can see the pullback. Now, was it a crazy pullback? It was a little crazy. But for how far we've been rallying, it's kind of like a healthy pullback. Like, it's not the end of the world. So that's one of the key levels that I trade with. What's up, Double A? Another key level that I trade with is previous days highs and lows. Oh shoot. For SPY and NQ. Or SPY and QQQ. ES and QQQ is not as strong as SPY and QQQ. In my other video where I walked through it, I gave a live example where I literally just chose a random week out of the year, and then I just looked at the previous day's highs and lows, and I'll do it on stream. I'm gonna go back to a random week. I'm just gonna scroll. All right, we're here. What week is this? 9/22. What is that? September 22nd is a Monday. All right. This is the previous day high. Okay. You break through it with a lot of volume. You can break through any level. It doesn't matter. But watch as it retests the previous day high. Wouldn't you say this is a significant level? Next day, previous day high. Look what happened. Not enough volume to break through it. And then it crashes. Where does it crash to? Well, the previous day low. Interesting. I went to a random week, and I'm doing it live right now. This is a completely random week. I did the same thing in my video, and I used it as a thought experiment for you guys. Or just go out and test and just find a random week. Previous day low again. Huge volume. With huge volume, nothing matters, right? People are going to sell. Breaks through it. Look at where it almost gets back up to. Previous day low, right? Some kind of huge sell-off event. Never touches the previous day low. Starts at the previous day high, right? Goes up, breaks through with volume, resistance, resistance, breaks through with volume, and then continues. Where does this go? Drops down, previous day high, bounces, previous day high, bounces. This is a random week that I chose. So that's another easy key level to play off of. Now, a lot of people ask me, how do you know if it's going to break through or not? The answer is you don't. You can't predict how price will move. If someone could predict how price would move, they would be billionaires. So I really wanted to hold this one runner. This runner I held on until like an hour ago, and then I closed it on like this dip and this little pop-up. I closed it. I really wanted to hold it for a home run because this is, but the fact that it continues higher is just super rare. So in my back test, I didn't expect us to go all the way up here to the 800s. I could have held it, but it would have just been like, basically, I mean, it would have just basically been a gamble. It was only one account, so I could have done it. I had a feeling we were going to keep creeping up because all my stats is for the end of the day. So for this until 5 o'clock, I really don't know what's going to happen. And there's news. Let me check how the news went. I think it was PMI. Yeah, PMI. What's up, Blood? Blood Polska? It's 9:30 New York Open. Hard to carry anything through New York Open. Yeah. I mean, it is hard, but my cost average was like 333. So we opened like 200 points above it. And it's only one account. Like if this account gets blown up, it doesn't really matter to me. When I can capture a move like this, like I could have captured another 200 points, but you know, hindsight is 2020. I was debating on it, and then I was like, I'm happy with where my runner is at, so I'll just close out. And this whole move overnight, I don't think there was any bearish news that caused this. That was the cat again. I don't offer mentorships. Not right now. I'm not considering offering a mentorship or any paid services until I finish my 100K challenge for this year. That way I have a resume to show you guys about why you would even consider purchasing anything from me. Free streams or free mentorships. Yeah, you could also ask me whatever. Now I won't give you guys any of my actual strategies or data analytics. But I'll tell you roughly what I think or what my data says while on stream. For example, the fact that we broke below here, only 15% of days break below here. I think 9% breaks down here and 4% will break down here. So that would be something that I would consider giving you guys. It's all done in my Excel sheet. It's data analytics for the past 4 years of NQ. And that's why I'm considering shorting anywhere near this green line. The average expected close today, assuming we don't break this green line, is here. So that's why I'm scared to hop in along. What's up, David? If we get above to 25830, I might consider a short. I don't think I have any data for if we close. I don't have any data once we, well, I don't really have any data for now. It's gonna get really weird once we hit 830. It's gonna be like a day that happens like 2% of the time or something. Because 10% of days that drop down here will close positive. But 5% of days that rallies up to 830 or higher close negative. So it's like one of these really weird days that doesn't make any sense. And I don't have the data for. Which I don't mind because I mean, I'm already done I'm most likely done trading for the day. I can try a short and just bet that 86% of the 86% of days we close within this red line, and 94 we close within this red line. So as the market progresses and we get pretty close to the end of market and we're still near here, I'll probably short it, or I'll play MOC and I'll short every pop basically. Already? Well, I already made 16k. There's really no need to push this. If I see a setup, I might take it. I mean, I don't really have an account that I can play with. Maybe my Fund of Future accounts. Yeah, because these are 1 day closer to payout. These are 1 day closer to payout, and these are 1 day closer to payout, assuming I stay above $100. And these are also 1 day closer to payout. Same thing with the bottom here. You got in early? Well, it was all overnight, David. Remember last stream I was like, I'm still bullish. Like I'm like really bullish. Like if we dip, I'll buy it. So I bought all throughout here. My first buy was like 400. So 400. Like I'll show you what trades I took. Exactly like I said, 400. And then I bought at 300. And then I bought at 245, 228, and I held the entire night until I woke up right here. This is the trade that I took overnight. And the reason why I held this, so 3 of my accounts took this trade. It was like this top one and like this bottom 2 took this trade. And the reason why I was able to hold on to it is because I already took payouts on these 3 accounts. They are the furthest ones from payouts, so I don't really care about them. So I held on. All my other ones I closed like right up here for like my usual 40 points. So all my other accounts I was scalping. I scalped with this. I scalped with my Apex accounts. I scalped with my Fund of Futures and Fund of Next accounts. I took a big position with my take profit, like 1 mini down at 230, and I got out for like 80 points. My stops got taken out and I wasn't able to get back. Yeah, that's the reason why I played it very light in the beginning, like 3 here, and then I DCA'd in down here. I did think we were gonna pop back up. Now, did I think we were going to pop all the way here? No, no way. So I had all my 2 of these accounts. I had a take profit at 500, just because that was close to the opening. The opening was like 30 points away, but I didn't want to risk, you know, if it was a red day, it would hit the open and then just reject hard, so I didn't want to risk that. And then 1 account I left as a runner, but I closed it. This account was the runner, but I closed this one late, 487. Looks like we'll hit 830. Do I want to take this short? 12% of days will break this green line, and 5% of days will break this upper green line. We're at SPY's previous day high. I'll take this trade just to show you guys a trade, but I'll play it light. Let's see. What account do I not care about? Which one has the lowest balance? Okay, which one is... Okay, this gets a payout tomorrow. This gets a payout tomorrow. This gets a payout in 2 days. I'll play with this account. Now, my entries for those levels that I told you, they're difficult to play because the stop loss is about 80 points, which means my stop loss is about, what, like 9, 10? My take profit could be anywhere between 40 points, 80 points, 100 points. The only reason why I'm taking this is because, like, do I trust this trade? Yes. If I wasn't streaming, would I take this? Probably not, because I'm already up for the day. There's no need to ruin a 16k day just over trading. And a day like this is like a very rare day. So on rare days, you can't really predict it. So brand new to trading, where would you recommend to start? It depends if you want to be a futures trader, a stocks trader, options trader. I'm a futures trader. I use prop firms. If you want to use prop firms, just pick a reputable prop firm. I recommend the following prop firms to the beginners: Top Step, Lucid, or My Fund of Futures. I think one of my highest recommendations is the Lucid Flex accounts, because if you're a new user, it's literally the cheapest account in the entire prop firm game, and it has some of the best rules. There's no tricky rules on that account. But before you do all that, you need to come up with a budget. You need to come up with a budget, find some strategy, optimize that strategy. You can optimize it with stuff like longer term levels. It could be anything from moving averages, VWAPs, blah blah blah. Excuse me. And then while you're back testing, you have to keep track of your stats. You need to know your win rate. If I got your Lucid Flex account, yeah, it's an account that I would recommend to start with. I would recommend finding a strategy though, and it needs to be, you could take you could be inspired by other people's strategies, but you really have to make it your own. And let me show you an example. I'm going to show you an example of why you need to make your own strategy. Let me find my other Excel sheet. This is my own back tested strategy. Now, let's say I gave you this strategy, right? This strategy is not, I'm not considering giving this away. Maybe after I reach my 100K, I would consider it, but not now. And I went over this example on stream like a month ago. I said, let's say I happen to give you this strategy, or you were inspired to take this from me, right? And you joined me on the 10th right here. And you followed my strategy for 5 days. You won 4 trades and you lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you lost 9 of the trades based off of this model, right? How would you feel about me as a person? You would probably hate me, right? You're like, this guy's a dumbass. He doesn't know how to trade. He's lost 9 times. He's won 4 times. It's like a 30% win rate with a 1-to-1 RR. This guy's an idiot, right? And then you leave and you find some other strategy, and that strategy happens to get a little bit of a winning streak, but then in the long run, it turns out to be losing. And then you hop to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, right? You can blame it all on me. Yeah, that's fine. Now, another example is, let's say you join me 6 days later. So this is number 1. This is guy number 1. So the first trader joins me here. He hates my guts. He sends me death threats, calls me a dumbass, says everything I have is fake, yada yada. Next trader joins me on the 16th. You happen to find me on the 16th and you followed me to the end of the month. I don't even know how many times you won. You lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You lost 6 trades out of what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Out of about 28 trades, you lost 8 times. Well, now you're like, now this person loves me. He's like, this guy's a genius. His strategy works so well, right? That's why it's important to make your own strategy, because you will have winning streaks, you will have losing streaks, and when the losing streak makes you doubt yourself, you're like, oh shit. But your overall stats mathematically proves to you that it works in the long run. You kind of have to follow it. As you bounce around in strategies, you're just kind of hurting your own timeline. Unless you genuinely, the math starts losing, then you could leave your strategy. But if it doesn't, it makes no sense. If your strategy is a 60% win rate and I give you, I go up to you and I ask you to flip a coin, and 60% of the time it lands on heads and 40% of the time it lands on tails, and I say every time it lands on heads I'll give you some money, how long do you flip that coin? The answer is forever. You flip that coin forever. You don't flip that coin and you lose 5 times in a row and you're like, all right, fuck this coin. Or you swap out to a new coin, it's 50-50, and you just happen to get a win streak on a 50-50 coin, right? There's ways to make a strategy profitable. You either increase your win rate or you increase your R to R. Increasing your R to R is the easiest one, because with a what is it, 1 to 2 RR, you can be profitable with like a 34% win rate. I'm tempted to keep shorting, but I'm not going to. because today is extremely rare. The fact that we dropped 300 and now we're all the way up here. We are at 7,000 though. Gosh. We're about 30 points away from my stop. Every single micro I add in will increase this dollar amount lost by about 80 points. The reason why I want to add 1 or 2 micros here is because we're at 7,000 ES. So if sellers want to step in, it's like right now. Will they step into this? Who knows? $6.99. Like, yeah, this is like you got last week's high at 707. I'd like to see them step in around here to short. I don't even want to trade for the rest of the day. We're at 900. Like, this is another, I could enter on another account if I wanted to short it. Now, 5% of days will break this line. That's what's tempting me to short this, but this day is so weird that I'm also just don't want to trade anymore. That's why this one trade, I was like, I'll take it just because it's on stream. Like if I wasn't streaming, I literally would not take this. Up here is a way better entry. Should I take it on my Lucid account? Oh, dude, I really want to take this short. I'm gonna take it on my Lucid account, just with 3 micros. $900. I'm in on my Lucid account. I really want to jump back in on my Top Step account too. I'll do it. I'll degen. I don't care. No. This is like a 1% day. Like, this never happens. It's only 10. Oh, dude, I don't know. Something tells me I should have just held on to that short. Just because right now it's an even better entry. But I already closed out. And now we're already below 900. Like, where I would want to jump in is 900. That's where I got in with my Lucid account. I have no idea where we're going to close today. 94% of days close in between here, which means any short I take above or near this line is a decent trade. I'll take it. I have drawdown to play with. I have $3,500 of drawdown today. This account is 2 days from payout. I'm not touching it with the other accounts because they're 1 day away from payout. So this account I care less about. When I take trades that are more aggressive, I take trades on accounts I care less about. There's like a system that I have where I dedicate a certain amount of points to each account. And this account has low points, so I don't mind risking it. Especially if it has so much drawdown. I have 3.5k to mess with. And if I blow up this account on a 1% day, then I blow it up on a 1% day. I just have to play the math here. Now, what is weird is that when a day goes above this green line, the expected close, the average expected close is right around here. Is right here. But when a day drops to this red line, the average close is here. So like, where the hell are we supposed to end up? I have no idea. So only in with 3 micros on each account, which means this could skyrocket and I'll still be alive. I'll be alive for, I don't even know how many more points. 3,000 points. There's, if these accounts blow up, the ones that I'm in right now, it would be like a 0.5% day. The most rare of days where we skyrocket on no news. I don't think there's any news right now besides we had the PMI, and that's it. I haven't seen this before. US Treasury QRA estimates. I haven't seen that before. Stop looking for a target. I'll just scale out if I can. My best target is like, I really don't know. I don't like betting on a green day turning red. I don't mind betting on a red day that turns green because the market always wants to go up, right? But a green day turning red is like, it takes a lot. It takes sell-offs from the Mag 7 stocks, and those stocks don't really sell off without a good reason. Everything has been looking good. Like, ever since that one huge crash day here, or was it here? I've always been bullish. Doesn't mean I won't short though. Now, should I degen into this trade? I always go with 3 micros. What level do you think the market will close today? I have no idea. I don't have the data for this day. Which is why I'm taking it so light. Like, the chances of us going down here and closing green is 10%. Good odds, right? But now let me tell you this. The chances of us going from here to here and closing red is 5%. So where the hell do we end up? I have zero idea. And that's why before I took that trade, I said if I wasn't streaming, I would not take this trade. Did I still believe in it? Yes, I did. Uh, but I just don't have the data for this day. Like I have no idea where it'll close. I'll say the target that I want to shoot for. I don't even know. 700. Like not for it to close, but to exit my position. I don't know where I want to exit. Anywhere below 700, I'm really pushing it. Like I'm really pushing this trade. But my target is usually 80 points off of this line, which is 745. I usually do an 80-point risk, but what sucks about having 80-point risk is that when you take the stop loss, there's an even better trade up here. Breaking above this green line is 5%. It's even better and you're stopping out, which is why I was itching to get back in. Not because I'm a degen. Like I am a little bit of a degen, but like because it's even better to short up here. So I'm still working on when do I want to close out for trades like this, because I know almost 100% of the time I will jump back in on like near this line. The entry was degen. Well, the entry was okay because this is actually one of like, I take this trade for 80 points and 80 points, like a 1-to-1. Same thing here. It's this same exact process down here. Right here. 80 points, 80 points, 80 points, right? Same thing down here. 80 points, 80 points. When it breaks below or breaks above, it's a very good chance that it could be the low or high of the day. So even though it just seems degen because, you know, I took an 80-point stop loss, but it is one of my models that I use. If I was really a degen, I would have taken it with like 1 mini. Then that would have been degen. But I'm doing like a bunch of just making sure like all the math in my head just sounds good, not risking too much. I say that as I casually take 100+ points of drawdown overnight. I think my Lucid account is new. I think my Lucid got a better entry than this. Yeah, my Lucid. Wait, no. Oh, it's the exact same entry. Wow, that's funny. I didn't even have a stop order. Yeah, this account and my Lucid have the same exact entry. Both end with 3 micros. I just want my Lucid account to be at 4K so that I can take the max payout. This one is already at 4K. So I just need like, excuse me. After today, I'll just need 3 more days for a max payout. This one I want at or closer to 4K. This one is at 2.8 right now. No matter what happens today, I'll be fine with it, just because I think one of these accounts is eligible for a payout. It's only $800, but that's better than nothing. And then I could take out this take profit account for excuse me, for 1,500 minus 20%, obviously. And then 1 more day for another like payout from Top Step. So I'll probably get like, how much should I get? I already started this week with like 3K. I'll probably get 10K by the end of the week. I also bought, excuse me, I bought 28 Apex accounts. That's gonna be expensive, and I passed all of them, because I also used them to buy this dip. I passed all of them last night, but I'm gonna have to start trading some aggressively because you can only have 20 accounts. So this is my Apex account. I bought 28 accounts last night, but for some reason it's only showing 22. Like I counted these accounts, only 22. I passed all of them, so I have to pay for all of these now, but I can only trade with 14 of them because I have 6 already here. So I have to start trading these more aggressively, which I already do, but I was gonna try a scalping method with these because scalping is the way to go with Apex accounts. Scalping, or yeah, scalping is the way to go. You could probably use your backtested data on prediction markets. They use simple above below numbers. My backtested data is very, very simple because I'm not super good with Excel. I literally just take the open or like the high to close, and I just have an average value. If I was smart with Excel, I would have a range value. P-O-T-R-K? Yes, I do stream every day. Like I take a whole bunch of numbers and I just divide it by however many numbers, and then I was like, oh, this is the average expected close. Sick. But the average expected close is one price. If I was smart with Excel, I would create a graph to give me a range. How many days closed within 50 points of this? How many days closed within plus 50, minus 50? To see when am I getting greedy. But I'm too stupid for that. So average it is. I think they have it on like Kalshi, right? And that's like the new gambling app that everyone's talking about, where it's like not gambling because they use some keywords or whatever, but it's just gambling. It's like the new big thing. The new big thing people are writing bots about, trying to sell people shovels about. Maybe I should try to get into that. I heard you can bet on everything there. Like you can bet on like literally weather, like maybe like basketball games. You can bet on Bitcoin price, the color of Gatorade in like the Super Bowl. Like whatever you can bet on is probably there. Is there a way to replay this live? For some reason I disabled it. I need to re-enable it. Someone was asking this like during my first couple of streams. Excuse me. I need to set it. Can I do it while streaming? I think it's called enable DVR. What is enable DVR? Enable DVR is YouTube live streams allows the viewers to pause, rewind, and resume the broadcast up to 12 hours. Wait, so you should be able to, right? Because I have enabled DVR in my additional settings. Excuse me. Learn and Munch, are you able to rewind? Because I have it says enable DVR and it's checked. You're gonna watch all my past lives to know your thought process. Oh, you can. Okay, yeah, nice. They're all uploaded after like stream ends. And even when I'm not streaming, like I'll probably be posting on the Discord or something. But I also go through my thought process live. Like this, you might have already missed it, but this was a trade where I'm basically just betting on 94% of days close in between this red line, which means the higher we are in this red line, the better entry we're at. That's all I'm betting on. I'm not betting high because 10% of days that drop below this red line turns positive, and 5% of days that go above this green line turns negative. So my data is like fighting each other. Like I have no idea where it's gonna end up. Do I think we'll have an extreme green day? Maybe, but I don't think it's super likely. It could totally happen though, but on a day that's already like some kind of anomaly. Excuse me. Let me go back to my trade. Damn, the CME just restricted data access to like a whole bunch of countries. France, a lot of places in Africa, Philippines, Serbia, the UAE. Oh, I wonder why. That's crazy. So you won't be able to trade with firms if you're from there, I'm pretty sure. Since I have no idea where this day will end, if I get 80 points from this trade, I'll be happy. Anything over 80, I'm really pushing it, like really. So I'm not interested in a whole reversal. What's up, Karthik? No, I'm in shorts right now. I'm in shorts. My total exposure is 6 micros at 25896. Yep, targeting about 80 points. Anything over 80 is kind of greedy. Honestly, 80 is pretty greedy in itself, but if I can get the balance of this account to 3,000, I'll be happy. No, I trade all sessions. All of these gains were from the overnight session. So I started the stream up. I started today with plus 16,000. I streamed last night. I think I took like 1 or 2 trades. I think just one actually near the end of the stream. I streamed New York for like the first maybe like 5 hours, 5 or 6 hours. And then I streamed 1 through 2 hours overnight. Overnight is boring, so there's not a lot of action going on. Except for yesterday. Yesterday, there was like volume, like it moved like a regular market. It was pretty crazy. The volatility was really high. The overnight session occurs at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So futures markets are open like 23 hours. I trade basically almost all 23 hours. After that Friday, for sure volume picked up. Was that Friday where I was like being a degen? What day was Friday? 30th. What was I doing on the 30th? When was that? I don't think I was a degen here. I was a degen here Thursday. Yeah, Friday was like whatever to me. But yeah, VIX picked up. VIX and VVIX picked up, which means that on average you'll start seeing bigger bars. It's starting to die down now, but if you observe the overnight session, you'll see VIX just start getting higher and higher and higher. And as VIX gets higher, the bars gets bigger and bigger and bigger. What does that mean? That means bigger moves down and bigger moves up. Right, violent move up here, back down, violent move up. And as you know, as we get back to a normal market up here, volatility starts dying out. So we're in a pretty good spot here. So less of a risk of like a huge crash, which is good for the bulls. It's starting to pick up a little bit, but nothing too crazy. This is exactly why I wanted to stay in the position. And that's something I need to back test or figure out. But I sort of already know how I do it. Even though I stopped out on one account, I just hop in on another account. Spread the risk. That's how I do it. 130k payout is to date. Yes. In the past year, I've made $130,000 in payouts. It's probably it's closer to 140 now. By the end of this week, it'll probably be closer to 150. Oh no, Karthik. So last year I made close to 100k. I forgot how much it was. Probably like 88 to 100k, 90 to 100k last year. I say 100k just for marketing. But it was pretty much, I had the opportunity to take out 100k, but I left it in there for tax purposes, right? Because once you start making a lot of money, you have to pay taxes. So in the past 300 days, I made about 140k. This year, I'm at like 61k. If you're in my Discord, I have 2026. This is how much money I paid for prop firms, and this is how much money that I took in payouts. So far for this year in January, I took out this much. It's about to be more actually, because I'm going to start adding February payouts, which I'm going to take out a payout today as well. I think close to 2k. Is the top line where you shorted from previous week's high? I am not sure what the previous week's high is. I don't think so. The previous week went all the way up here. The reason why I shorted is because we were close to the 900 level, which is a, you know, the 100 psychological level, and 94% of days end somewhere in this red line, which means as we get closer and closer to this top of this red line, it becomes a better entry to short up here. It becomes a better entry to long down here. So overnight I took longs and I built a heavy position down here. And I closed it right about here. Right about here. I woke up around 8. And now I'm in shorts. I took one short at around 8:30, stopped out at 9:10. Then I got back in on another account. Just because when I stopped out, it was an even better entry. So. I need to look back at my data for days like this. The reason why the longs down here are so strong is because when a day falls this much, when you fall this much, volatility is really high because VIX is really high when you fall, which means every push up will be extremely violent. The first V up here was about 150 points, and I'm only looking for about 80. But when a market shoots up like this, volatility actually dies down. So do I really want to look for 80 points when I don't have the volatility to start giving me some really good red candles? I have no idea. I need to figure that out. The answer is most likely yes, I still want to trade it. But do I still want to aim for the 80 points? Probably. What's up, Matt? How'd you calculate the line mark? I did data analysis in the past 4 years of NQ. Oops. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. Yep. So when I talk about the percentages of those whatever lines or whatever I'm talking about, it's data for the past 4 years. I had 25 years of data, but it's, if I want to do 25 years of data, I should shift it to percentages and not points, because we've only just been increasing higher and higher. Should I just hold on to this and show you guys a really big home run? That would be kind of cool. And I don't care about this account. What I will do is I'm going to close out of my Lucid account soon, and I'll let you guys look at this, because looking at someone streaming while they're not in a trade is super boring. I know, because I've watched someone before and not take any trades, and it's super boring, especially if they have nothing to talk about. So I'm gonna leave this up on the screen for you guys. But my absolute, like, I will absolutely close if this balance reaches 4,000. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. The fact that we broke below 7,000 is a good sign for shorts. So I'm kind of tempted to hold on. And NQ is weaker. I'm actually very tempted to hold on. So I'll be right back. Let me know if I lost everything. I got some water too. Did I lose everything yet? No. Can you tell me a little more about the setup for the prop firm, like how many contracts enter and how much stop loss keep for a day? My setup is like I take trades anywhere between 1 to maybe 8 minis. My stop loss, I don't really. Ow. Sorry, I have a cat. I'm cat sitting right now. My stop loss, I don't really have a stop loss. My stop loss it's kind of all in my head. Once it reaches a certain point where I'm like, yeah, I'm 100% wrong, then I close out. But most of the time, it'll take a lot for me to think that I'm wrong. It would take like a 1% day for me to think that I'm wrong. For example, overnight, I had longs through all of this. All of this I was long in. That's almost 200 and something points I held on for. And I was still confident in my longs. And I closed them out here. This stop loss, if I did take a stop loss, it would be like another like 100 points below. 100 to 150, maybe 200 points. If that does happen, it happens like 4% of the time. If I lose accounts or lose a big amount because it's a 4% day, like I'll take it. Like you flip a coin and 96% of the time it's something you expect. You know, you flip that coin every single time. If it's a 4% chance you blow up, then you blow up. I trade a bit differently on my Apex accounts, but I layer them throughout here. So some were here, some were here. A majority of them were down here. And that's how I got this day. That's how this day came up. Let's see. So you'll see me have a bunch of winning days, which I mean, it's good and all, but the way that I trade, this day could happen. Boom. $30,000 down. Now I'm still up for the year, like 84, maybe 100K in P&L. But days like this will happen. What matters is that in the long run, you make money, which is what I do. I make money with a little bit of degen and gambling here and there. Oh, for example, the prop firm has a max drawdown in MLL, right? So when you lose a certain amount, they lock you out and cancel the account. Exactly. So, yeah. Here's my paint. So usually the most common and popular account is a 50K account. And for 50K accounts, you get 2K of drawdown. Drawdown means that once you lose 2K, you lose the account. For evaluations, they'll let you have access to all the contracts, which can range anywhere between, the max contracts are usually 3 to 6, with a majority of them being like 4 through 5 minis. These are your max contracts. What a lot of firms do is that this is for eval. Once you're funded, they introduce something called scaling contracts, which means that if you don't have usually plus 2K in profit, you can only use like 2 minis max. 2 minis max below 2K profit. once you get past 2K profit, this doesn't make any sense. Once you get past 2K profit, so if more, once you get past your 2K profit, then you get access to all your minis. A lot of firms do this. So this is your funded, this is your eval. Both of these are 50K. I hope that explained it to you. Oh man, do I want to hold this in my Lucid account too? I don't know. I'm already up like 70 points. I really should have closed out my Lucid at 800. Did we reach 800? We reached 804. Shorts are working. Once you gamble enough and you keep getting back in, getting back out, getting back in, eventually it'll work. And that's my strategy. Not really, but sort of. That's how you spread your risk while you trade. NQ is still a little weaker than ES, so I still like the shorts. I really should have exited my Lucid accounts at around 800, just because I care about this Lucid account a little more than I care about this Top Step account. You know what? NQ looks to have higher profit potential than ES. Usually it always does, just because it's a lot more volatile. I'm tempted to close my Lucid position. Just give me like one more little push down. Otherwise, I will hold this till the end of the day and blow up this account. Just because I'm petty like that. Holding for a home run? I'm really just holding this just for a stream because I don't really care about this account. What I do wish is that I think I was literally in the bathroom when it happened, was when it got closer to 800, I wish I closed out of my Lucid account. They have the exact same entry and the exact same contract size. So I guess you could say I'm holding for a home run. I already got my 80 points, so whoever was in this trade, like I recommended to close for 80 points. I'm just holding it just so you guys have something to look at. Maybe I can win something big for the stream. I don't know. I am a little sad about my Lucid accounts. I'm still up like 40 points, but and I don't doubt that we could push lower. If we continue pushing higher, it'll be pretty rare, so I don't mind holding on to these positions. What copy trader do I use? I don't use any copy traders. I use the built-in copy traders, like Tradeovate's copy trader or Top Step's copy trader. I'm too cheap to go out there and buy something that I don't even know if I can trust it, and some firms don't allow third-party copy traders. So I literally have one tab open for every single prop firm. So I have like six tabs open. It kills my memory, but that's okay. I think this computer has like 32, maybe 64. I don't know. Probably 32. I don't think it has 64. Better question, how big is your screen? I have two 27-inch monitors. I wish I had a third monitor, but I don't have space on my desk for a third monitor. I could buy those huge like four screen, like four monitor setups, but 4 is a little too much. Like 3 is like would be perfect for me. I guess 4 wouldn't hurt, but my setup is okay the way it is. It is a little annoying because when I am streaming, I got to figure out how to place everything. If I had a third monitor, it'd be a lot easier because I need one. I would like one for my chart, my Thinkorswim. I want one for stream, and then one to like monitor chat, my regular stuff, things like that, and my other prop accounts. Actually 4 would be very nice. You need bigger screens. 27 is good. Yeah, I can't imagine trading on something like trading on one monitor with that's under 27 would suck. I think 27 is like the perfect size for your monitors. And these are also like, I also use them to game, so like they're also like pretty decent. I think they're like they're 1440p monitors, and they have a decent refresh rate. But it also kind of depends on like how your desk is set up. I 100% should have taken that. Taking that profit. If this blows up my account, I 100% deserve this. Question is, do I want to add another account up here? It's 11:20. We have about 4 hours left. Really close to the high. Do I want to add at 900? Smart answer is no. Legion answer is probably not. If it makes a new high, you're out, and it probably will. I'll be holding on for a very long time. The odds of this breaking, let's see, 3, 4, 5. The odds of this going up another, let's see, another 100 points from this green line is, if we break this green line by 100 points, it'll be a 4% day. And I'll probably still hold on to my positions. Just because if it's going to be a 4% day, then so be it. Be a 4% day. What's up? It's 8. What's up, man? I recently applied for affiliate status for a couple of firms, so hopefully they get back to me. I really want to be able to give away accounts. My previous giveaways have literally just been me PayPaling people. So hopefully they reach it back out to me. They see my channel is growing and they can throw in some accounts, or maybe I can purchase accounts like for a discount for you guys, for giveaways. Look the under on XPX above 6975. What's SPX? Like, what's the conversion between SPX and SPY? Why is it low-key looking like a 4% day? If it's a 4% day, then it's a 4% day, man. There's nothing I can do about it. Actually, there is something I can do about it. I could just exit. But I'm stubborn. I'm out here saying like my hands are tied or something. I've heard of SPX before. Where it's one of the markets. Where is it? Oh, here it is. SPX. Wait, no. Wait, yes. Okay, so your bet is above 6975. 6975 by close. The low of today was 6974. I mean, that seems pretty likely. Unless it drops to like, it would have to turn into a negative day. And the odds of this turning negative is like 5%. But then again, the odds of this day turning positive was 10%. So I have no idea. Can you explain how you get your daily levels? I get my daily levels from previous days highs and lows, and along with some data analysis that I do in my Excel sheet. That's not really up for grabs. If I ever do start a premium or sell anything, it'll be selling all of my data analytics and also my own strategy that I back tested. Oh wait, 697. Oh wait, I'm on a 5-minute chart, not daily. Oops. 6975. Oh, that is a very, very stressful bet. I thought I was on a daily candle, but I'm on a 5-minute candle. We're at 6976 right now. I was tempted to add one more short, like right as we tapped that this high again, but I'm not going to, even though I should. I'm not going to. Most people would be scared to short up here. I'm not scared. I'll do it. You can get out anytime and take a smaller loss. Oh, it's like live betting, sort of. I used to do sports betting. Oh, you're from Florida. Have you done Hard Rock before? When they opened? Because we can only use Hard Rock. Oh, excuse me. I actually got banned from Hard Rock. Oh, no way. You got banned too? I got banned because I made too much money on them. I basically had a strategy that was guaranteed to work. And then they banned my accounts. Or should I say my account? Yeah, they're not gonna let any other sports book in here. I mean, I don't really care to sports bet anymore because like I used to bet like hundreds of dollars to like 50 to hundreds of dollars in a game, but then like that could go to a prop account now, so it's just not worth it for me. But I probably took like I was still in college, so I didn't have that much money, but I probably took close to like 20 or 30K from them. I would say 20K, which is a lot for like a college kid. And it was like the only thing that made watching basketball fun. Like I loved watching those games. Cause like when someone fucks up, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And when someone is cooking, I'm like, oh yeah, yep. Yeah, that's why they banned me. I was actually considering taking like a loan out for 100K. Because if I did, I basically doubled to 10 times my money, like almost like 10 times. So if I took out a loan for 100K, I would have stopped working. I would have already been retired. But I'm not a risky person. I don't think you got to be insane to do that. take out a loan to gamble, even if it's like something you know that's gonna work. I don't know. It was. I thought about it, but it was too crazy. I was like, no. You would enter here again? I could. You know what? If this gets close to 900, I'll enter one more micro, just because I can. Did we get close? What was the high? 993? No. Not yet. Feel like the shorts market isn't making it easy. Yeah. If it was too easy, we wouldn't get that dopamine rush. So gambling is never easy. Do I want to add there next? I mean, I really kind of want to add this previous day high, which is, let's see, a dollar away, 40 points. Where are we at? That's like 940, 930-ish. We're just right above this line. Kind of want to short again. Kind of don't. What I can do is start building up a position. I might have missed it already. What was this high? This high was 901. I kind of already missed it. could just say screw it and add one. I mean, it's 1 micro. Kind of like 14 points too late. It's not worth it. 14 points is a lot. It's just not efficient enough. If I wasn't already up like 16,000, I definitely would have taken the profit, the 80-point profit here on these two accounts, and I would have added back into the position or gotten back in with fresh accounts up here. But literally all of my accounts they're already green. They're 1 day closer to a payout, so it doesn't make any sense for me to risk that day on multiple accounts. I am risking that day for my Lucid account because I'm in with this one, and if this drops below 150, I'm still stuck at day 1 out of 5, but I still like this short. I'm just kind of upset that I didn't close out here, which I literally couldn't have because I think I was in the bathroom. But the 80 points was what I called on, was what I said on stream, which was what, 890 to 810. Oh, it's the new month. I should start buying my max amount of Top Step accounts. Every month you're allowed to buy 10 Top Step accounts, Top Step combines, and every month you're allowed to have 10 take profit pro account activations. So I still have one take profit account that's going to be funded in like the next 1 or 2 days. I gotta buy more of those accounts. Do you have to pay subs? What does that mean? Subscription? For the accounts or for what? The accounts I'm talking about are like a one-time fee. Top Step has a monthly subscription, so if you don't pass within a month, yes, if you don't pass within a month, you get paid, or you have to pay them for the next month. That never affects me because the way I trade evals is I either pass them in a minimum amount of days or I blow them up. It's just not worth it for me to take a long time on my evals. I'm here to trade funded accounts, not evaluation accounts. Evals don't you only get 5 slots though. Yeah, you only get 5 slots, but if I can get 10 in reserves, I can start trading more aggressively, because if one of my accounts does blow up, it gets replaced right away. Now I'm not going to full port, but I can trade more confidently because I know it it will be replaced. What's up, DJP? That's where I was getting it wrong. I took too slow of passing evals. Yeah. But the only reason why I'm able to do it is because I do it all within a monthly budget. I give myself like 3 to 5k. I spent, I think, 7 or 8k last month, and that's because there was a bunch of promos. So there's a bunch of Apex promos, Tradeify, so many promos. So I ended up buying more accounts because in the long run it'll be cheaper, so I'm going to buy them anyway. And this month I'll probably be paying closer to the same 5 to 7k, just because I'm going to activate like 14 Apex accounts. That's already a grand plus, probably closer to 1600 bucks already. Now, would I recommend someone that has a monthly budget of like 500 bucks to burn through a lot of evals? No. You have to stick to your budget, a monthly budget, and you don't go over it. If you go over it, you might not be able to trade next month. So if you really want to take trading seriously, you have to think about operating as a business. You know, you need to be able to open your business doors next month. If you can't open it next month, then there's no point. And the way that I like to think about it is, what if you were able to become profitable next month, but you lost all your money this month? So stick within your budget is the first thing I teach everybody. What's up, Uberfile? You're new here, so on Reddit. How long have you been trading? I've been trading futures prop firms for about 2 years now. Before that, I was doing stocks and options. I didn't like how stocks and options worked because I have to go out and scan like 1,000 stocks. It was just so time consuming. I didn't like it. So I switched to futures with prop firms and I found success here. So I'll probably stick here for as long as possible. If I can make a living doing this, then I'll do it. No, I'm not trading full time. My day job is as an engineer. I won't consider doing full-time trading unless I can like triple my salary. So if that's from affiliate codes or from live trading or anything like that, maybe a mentorship or a course after I make another 100k. But I'm not considering a mentorship or course anytime soon. Is there a limit on how many accounts you can have? Yes, there's a limit per firm. Usually firms allow you to have 5 funded accounts. You can have some in reserves, but to trade actively at one time is usually 5 per firm. So I have 5 funded accounts with Top Step. I have 1 funded account with Take Profit. I have 3 with My Funded Futures, 6 with Funded Next, 2 with Lucid, and 6 with Apex, but this is going to become 20 pretty soon. Like literally after today, this will become 20. But I'll be trading those super aggressively. So I'll still like record them. I don't really care to show you guys. It'll be a huge loss probably, but like I gotta think, like, do I want to scalp them or do I want to do what I did with these accounts? These accounts, I basically traded them super heavy. I made like 3k or like 2k per day on these accounts, made or lost. So initially I had 11 accounts and only 6 survived. But what's good about prop firms is that, like, even though these 6 survived, I took a 12k payout from these guys and it paid for, how much does 12k pay for? Only for my Apex I took 12k. Assuming every account was about 80 bucks, plus, yeah, $80 including the activation fee. So I'll say like 90. That one payout paid for 133 accounts. And I still have a lot of buffer in them, so I can still take more payouts. That's the one good thing about prop firms. Apex is different. Apex, they allow you to have 20. That's one of the advantages and like selling points of Apex. Funded Next also, they allowed you to have up to 12 at one point if you stack 25k accounts, but Funded Next recently just capped it to 5. But because I never blew up these accounts, I still have the old rules, so I'm allowed to have 6. But once I blow up one, I'll be stuck with 5 forever. How do you use the DOM on the side for helping you trade? I don't. I just have it there because it just kind of tells me where the price is at if I'm too lazy to look, because there's no like number here unless I put my mouse wheel here, but this tells you the exact number. I don't use the DOM to help me trade. It's just there to see how much money I want to risk. Like let's say I don't usually trade like 8 micros and I'm like, okay, I want to risk 50 points with 8 micros. I can go down, or I can go up, like whatever is 80 points worth of loss, and I know exactly how much I will lose in that trade. That's the only reason why I use the DOM, is because I'm too lazy to do the math in my head. Just because I trade like, sometimes I'll trade like 6 accounts at once, all with different entries. So it's hard to do the math in my head. Unless I stick to like 3 micros. 3 micros, I can do the math in my head. But unconventional ones that I use would be like 4, 7, 8, 9. I can't immediately picture the win and loss per like 40 points or whatever really fast. So do you exclusively trade M and Q? Yeah, pretty much. Do you usually place your trades in the overnight market, or does it depend on how the market's looking? It usually depends on how the market's looking. I feel like I trade pretty equally between the two, maybe a bit more overnight. But the reason why I took so many trades overnight was because overnight was very, very like volatile for some reason. And my thesis was we're going to be bullish. So I stacked accounts here, all in this zone. And the only reason, and if I win a lot in the overnight, there's no reason for me to trade heavy in the New York session. So I guess I trade more in the overnight, because if I win in the overnight, it makes less sense for me to trade heavy and turn a green day into a red day. If I lose a lot overnight, I still don't trade heavy because I don't want to chase my losses. So I would say like 60, 65, 35 overnight to New York trading frequency. Can you talk about evals? What's it like? Like what problem slash target are you looking at? For evals, I will literally take like C to A plus setups. I risk the entire account in one trade every single time. So I either pass. So for top step, you're only allowed to make $1,500 per day. So for a top step 50k eval, your target, your price target or profit target is 3k. Your drawdown is 2k. You can only make 50% max per day. The way that I trade evals is that on day one, I will take a trade and I either make 1,500 or I lose 2,000 and I blow up the account. The same exact thing for day two. I either make 1,500 and pass the account, or I lose 2,000 and blow up the account. The only reason why I do this is because I've taken enough payouts where I can afford to buy 10 accounts, blow up 10 accounts, and I don't really care. If I had a more limited budget, I would not do this. I started off with a budget of $500 per month. So this was how it looked like before. So I had $500 per month starting. This is about 5. This is about 50k top step accounts. Once I blow up, if I blow up all 5, I can't trade anymore because I don't want to go above my budget. So the way that you stack up, the way that you scale prop accounts is that every single month you pass 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 of your accounts, and then on your funded accounts you take it super slow. So let's say on average you pass 2 accounts per month. You have 2 funded accounts per month. That means to get to the amount of accounts that I'm at, it'll only take you, and I say only, it'll take you about 10 months. But you have to keep in mind that trading is a long-term game. So once you have to think about these accounts, and then you have to think about how to beat the prop firm. You need to spread your risk, and you need to be able to use all your capital. When you're copy trading, you're not using all your capital. If you spread your risk, you can use all your capital. So you never go all in on one trade. Right? So this is 4k of capital to trade with per month. That means at 10 months you'll have 20 accounts, which is 40k. Now imagine I gave you 40k to trade with, and I'm like, here, use this to learn. You want to take it slow and learn all that you can. Use this capital, because this capital costs a lot more than 40,000 real life money. Right? Use this to learn. You think it's bouncing down again? It could be. Did I short? No, I didn't. I didn't add. I'll add again. I'll do it. I added 1 micro. Do I want to add 1 more micro? Since you're a simple support and resistance trader, what do you consider an A plus setup versus a C setup? An A plus setup would be a short here and a long here. Short here, long here for 80 points. Another A setup is would be the previous day's highs and lows. So I would likely short here at this green line. That's kind of all I can really find. If I could trade one model or one way the rest of my life, it'll probably be these red and green lines. And I'll show you exactly why. So I bought at this red line right here. Pretty decent, right? I also bought yesterday or Friday or Thursday, I don't know. I also bought at this red line right here. I bought here, I bought here, I bought here. I bought at this red line right here. I mean, you can see it's pretty good levels, right? But what sucks is that they're rare. So I think I bought here. This day I held like for a long time. I bought here, I bought here. I bought all the way down just because I'm pretty sure this was the day where the Mag 7 earnings, we had really good earnings and we shit the bed for some reason. But I still held on to the end of the day, I'm pretty sure. Now what sucks is that not every day we'll touch these lines. So they're very rare. I think I shorted up here. Green line, short. Didn't touch the red line. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Green line, short. Second green line. Oh, that one didn't work out. It's a pretty decent level. Green line, short. Red line, long. Is there any more? Green line, short. Green line, short. It broke above? Let's see. We're almost exactly where I want to start shorting. I don't mind shorting here, but a better short would be to wait for the previous day high. I like this short at around 930-ish, which I'll probably add one more micro in. And if we break and continue going higher, oh, then nothing I can do about that. I say is I lie because I could exit whenever I want. What I do like is how NASDAQ is very weak compared to SPY. So if SPY were to pull back a decent amount, NASDAQ will fall even further. I'll just hold on. Once you pass evals, the account fund immediately, and you are good to make the trades you're making right now. It depends on how much capital you have. Right now, out of all of these accounts, I have roughly 100k plus of capital to play with. So if I were to get a new funded account and I trade it with 2 minis, it doesn't matter at all to me because I would only lose 2,000 out of my $100,000. If it was just one account that I had, I would trade it with micros, 1 or 2 or 3 micros. Place order around 936. That's basically that's basically the best entry for a short today. Another really good entry would be 26,000. I would be a little surprised if we broke above 26,000 with volume. My stop loss is usually 80 points, but once I stop, I usually jump in with another account. Looks simple. I like to keep things simple. Those green and red lines are just levels that I've tested. I've back tested using the past 4 years of NASDAQ data. I probably won't give it out. I'll speak the stats, but I don't think I'll give it out. If I were to ever give it out, it's after I complete my challenge and consider some kind of mentorship or course. But if you're ever curious, if you ever want to stop by the stream and we're near those levels, I will 100% tell you where I'm entering, what's my stop loss, and you know, whatnot. I usually don't wait for any confirmation. I just bet on the average day not exceeding I basically expect NASDAQ and ES to behave like any other day. If it's a 1% day and I blow up because of that, then it's a 1% day. We are very close to being a 1% day, if not already there. Days like this happen very rarely, because the tap of the yellow line to closing positive by 5 p.m. is 10%. But tapping the first green line and closing negative is 5%. So where the hell do we end up? I have no idea. Which is why I wanted to close for 80 points, but I missed it because I was in the bathroom. And I was too stubborn to close out in any of the dips. So if I burn these accounts, then I 100% deserve it. All my stop losses are also usually in my head. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I have a whole Excel sheet that I use for data analysis of the past 4 years of NASDAQ. I'm considering doing the same for SPY. I just haven't gotten around to it. And that would be something that I publish and share with you guys if I ever want to sell something. Every bet can't be right. Yeah, it happens. Nailed a gold long though. Nice. Let's see how gold is doing. Uh, wow, it dipped pretty far. Yeah, nice job on that long. Once we pass 930, I need to start considering where do I want to fully stop out at. Like, do I want to just keep DCAing in and blow these two accounts? That would be dumb, but I would totally do that. Just because as I DCA in, any dip would be it'll be worth a lot. So my next entry is probably, I might just set like an alarm or an alert here. You have a level at 26,000. That's the thing, like if it does go up to 26,000, I want to short that as well. If I want to short there, and I'm already short, it's like, what? How do I position myself accordingly? The easy way is just to hold. Yeah, my next ad is around like 930-ish, 940-ish. Whenever this taps that alert, I'll jump in with one more contract, probably on both accounts. I can literally hold these till the end of the day. If I blow up both of these accounts, I lose less than 5% of my available capital. So it's not the end of the world. And that's why it's so important to scale up and stack your capital. Some people may see a move up like this and it'll scare them out of their position. But I would literally hold these until it blows up. I would hold it until it blows up. Yes, the script is private. It'll be bundled in whatever, if I ever want to sell it. It'll all be in like whatever subscription or whatever. But right now it's private. The only way to get it from me is just to hop it on stream, and if we're near the level, I will probably be talking about it. It shows the daily range. It shows the expected range of 86% of days and 94% of days. It's basically a model that I created that if I could only trade that for the rest of my life, I totally would. And we scrolled through it and then we saw it, we just went through like the past 2 or 3 or a month. It was like 2 months. And you can see how strong those levels are. Damn, there's some people that moved to Dubai for tax reasons, and the CME just banned data, trading data for Dubai. So now, if you're in Dubai, you can't trade with Tradeify, MyFund of Futures, or Take Profit Trader. And I wonder if other firms are going to jump in on this. I think it's all firms that use CME data. Oh, if you want the daily high-low levels, there's a public script out there for it. You just have to look up previous day high-low. That one is not my script. My script is something else. The daily high and lows are a public one. Yeah, it's on Thinkorswim. Let me find you the link to it. Previous day high and low script. Um. Oh wait, predefined. Wait, what? Oh wait, it's a it's part of Thinkorswim. It should be part of their studies. I think that's literally the exact one I use. You've got room to work with. The market have to explode to blow out that account. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm willing to hold this for that 80 points I was looking for. And I can grab another micro like up here to bring up my cost average. Okay, the CME data restriction may have been a bug, or they included way more countries than they needed. Yeah, of course. Yeah, David, take it easy. I'm probably gonna wrap up around here. So I'm gonna wrap it up now. Not much action. We'll see how this trade goes. I'll post my P&L once I'm done trading for the day. I really should have been done a long time ago, but it's okay. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you guys in the overnight session. Good luck to everyone still trading. We'll see. It's been an interesting day. We'll see how it ends up. I'm actually very interested in how today's going to end. Yeah, see you guys in the next one.